Welcome back LC Coins World. Today we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and highly sought after coins in the world of numismatics, the Eisenhower Dollar coin. Known for its rich history, stunning design and remarkable rarity, these coins have captured the hearts and wallets of collectors everywhere. If you're curious about what makes these coins so valuable, why they are in such high demand today, and how much they can fetch in the auction market, then you're in for an exciting journey. Let's explore the story behind the Eisenhower Dollar and discover why it stands out as a prized treasure for collectors around the globe. Let's get started. First up, the Eisenhower Dollar from 1974, featuring the from the United States of America. This video is a long-form and detailed exploration designed to uncover the story behind this iconic coin, its significance within the American monetary system, the context in which it was produced, and why it remains of strong interest to collectors, historians, and economists around the world. This script is crafted for a 2-hour deep dive into everything you would want to know about the 1974 Eisenhower silver dollar. Even though the coin is often assumed to be silver, the truth behind its composition, history, and use reveals a much more fascinating reality. The 1974 $1 coin is commonly referred to as the Eisenhower Dollar because it features a portrait of President Dwight D. Eisenhower on the obverse side of the coin. The Eisenhower series was first introduced in 1971 to honor the memory of the former president and general of the Allied forces in World War II. Eisenhower had passed away in 1969, and Congress authorized this coin both to pay tribute to his leadership and to reintroduce a large dollar coin to the public for the first time since the peace dollar ended in 1935. By the time the 1974 dollar coin entered circulation, it was already part of a larger shift in the economic policies of the United States. The nation had officially abandoned the gold standard under President Nixon in 1971, and inflation was becoming an increasing concern. The Eisenhower dollar represented a symbolic return to large coinage, but it was not made of silver for general circulation. Instead, it was produced in a copper-nickel clad composition that gave it the appearance of silver without the precious metal content. However, there were special collector editions made at the San Francisco Mint which featured a 40% silver composition. These silver issues were sold in and circulated and proof versions primarily for collectors rather than for everyday use. These special versions were marked with an S mint mark and were not meant for circulation. They were packaged in blue envelopes and brown boxes and are commonly known as blue IKEs and brown IKEs respectively. These coins carry more value due to their silver content, limited mintage, and high-grade condition. The obverse of the 1974 dollar coin features a left-facing bust of Dwight D. Eisenhower designed by Chief Engraver Frank Gasparo. The word Liberty is inscribed above his head. The date 1974 is located at the bottom, and the motto, "In God We Trust," is positioned in front of his neck. Depending on the mint location, a mint mark may appear beneath the neck and above the date. The Philadelphia issues had no mint mark. The Denver issues carried a D, and the collector strikes from San Francisco bore an S. The reverse of the coin depicts an American eagle landing on the surface of the moon with an olive branch in its talons. This powerful image was based on the Apollo 11 mission insignia and serves as a dual tribute to both Eisenhower's military leadership and America's space achievements during the 1960s. The Earth can be seen in the background with the words United States of America and $1 encircling the design. This reverse also features the Latin phrase E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, reflecting the unity of the American people. The size of the 1974 Eisenhower dollar was substantial, with a diameter of 38.1 millimeters and a weight of approximately 22.68 grams for the copper-nickel versions and 24.59 grams for the silver-clad editions. The coin had a reeded edge and was considered too large and heavy by many in the general public. This ultimately led to its limited use in everyday transactions. While the coin was accepted in circulation, its practical use was often restricted to casinos, vending machines and bank vaults rather than wallets and pocket change. From a historical perspective, the 1974 dollars coin marks the midpoint in the Eisenhower series, which ran from 1971 to 1978. It represents a time of transition in American coinage when the United States Mint was adapting to changing economic realities, public demand, and numismatic interest. The decision not to use silver for regular circulation was driven by rising silver prices and the need to preserve the government as silver reserves. This was a practical yet controversial choice that continues to shape collector attitudes toward coins of this era. The production numbers of the 1974 Eisenhower dollar were significant, with over 45 million struck at the Philadelphia Mint, more than 68 million from Denver, and around 2.6 million silver-clad proofs and circulated coins from San Francisco. Despite these high mintage numbers, finding high-grade specimens, particularly from circulation, is a challenge due to the coin's size, soft metal, and tendency to suffer from contact marks, toning, and surface wear. Collectors today seek the 1974 Eisenhower dollar for multiple reasons. First, as part of a complete IKE dollar collection. Second, due to the historical weight it carries both symbolically and physically. And third, because of the relative affordability of even the silver-clad collector versions compared to earlier silver coins, such as Morgan or Peace dollars. Grading plays a large role in the value of these coins, with premium prices paid for examples graded MS65 or higher by certified grading companies like PCGs and NGC. As we continue our video, we will take an extended look at the economic background of 1974, including inflation rates, Federal Reserve policy, unemployment trends, and public sentiment regarding coinage and paper money. We will examine how the Eisenhower dollar fit into the broader monetary policy and the reaction it received from the public banking institutions and the numismatic community. We will also highlight interviews with coin experts who specialize in modern U.S. coinage and collectors who share their personal stories of acquiring or using these large coins. Another critical aspect we will explore is the technological process of minting the Eisenhower dollar. We will review the machinery used at the U.S. Mint in the 1970s, the die preparation methods, coin blank treatments, striking pressure, and quality control systems that affected how these coins were made, stored, and shipped. We will investigate error varieties such as double dies, off-center strikes, and planchette flaws that sometimes increase collector interest and add substantial value to specific specimens. We will also take time to explain how to identify a true silver-clad 1974 Eisenhower dollar and distinguish it from the standard clad issues. We will provide magnified side-by-side visuals, metal testing procedures, and packaging information that helps you determine if a coin in your possession is a valuable silver issue or a common copper-nickel variant. This video will serve as a full-scale educational guide on how to assess, store, preserve, and potentially sell your 1974 Eisenhower dollar coin. We will explore market trends, auction records, and future outlooks, including how the growing interest in U.S. historical coins might affect demand for Eisenhower dollars in years to come. By the end of this feature, you will have a clear understanding of why this coin holds such a vital place in American coin history and how it bridges the gap between tradition and transition in modern U.S. currency. Join us on this comprehensive deep dive into the world of the 1974 $1 coin only here on IKE Coins World, where history lives through coins and every piece has a story worth telling. The 1977 Eisenhower Dollar was produced at two different U.S. mint facilities, Philadelphia and Denver, with total production numbers exceeding 70 million coins. Philadelphia produced over 12 million, and Denver struck more than 32 million in circulation quality, while San Francisco did not strike any 40% silver-clad issues that year. The coin's large size and weight at over 38 millimeters in diameter and nearly 23 grams made it stand out from other coins in circulation, though it was often considered too bulky for everyday use. It found a home in banks, casinos, and vending machines, and became a symbol of strong government presence in money. From a collector's perspective, the 1977 Eisenhower Dollar has become an important date in the series for several reasons. First, because it is one of the last few years of the series. Second, because the absence of silver issues meant that collectors focused more on strike quality and condition rather than metal content. And third, because coins in high mint state grades, especially MS65 and above, are harder to find due to the size and softness of the metal, which caused many coins to become worn or scratched in circulation. This coin also serves as a window into the economic and political landscape of the mid-1970s. The United States was facing high inflation, interest rates were climbing, unemployment was an issue, and the US dollar was under pressure both domestically and internationally. The production of a large dollar coin in a non-silver composition during this time reflected both cost-saving measures and the federal government's effort to retain a sense of tradition in American coinage despite changing monetary realities. In this video, we will also take a deep dive into the technical details of how the 1977 Eisenhower Dollar was minted, from planchet preparation to die creation, and the striking process at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. We will look at how differences in strike quality affect the value and how collectors today identify the best specimens for investment or preservation. We will also explore any known error coins from this year, such as off-center strikes, die clashes, double dies, or other minting anomalies that may increase collector demand and coin value. We will further investigate how to store and care for your Eisenhower dollars, how to recognize high-grade examples, how to get them graded by reputable third-party grading services like PCGS or NGC, and what kind of value you can expect on the numismatic market. We will look at price trends over time, how auctions have performed, and what future prospects might exist for coins from this series as demand increases for large vintage U.S. coinage. In the second part of our deep dive, we will discuss how the Eisenhower Dollar helped transition American coinage from silver-based to clad compositions, and how this change impacted not only collectors but also the role of the U.S. Mint in shaping public trust in the currency. We will look at reactions from the public and from numismatists in 1977, how the coin was received, and how its legacy has evolved over the decades. We will also connect it with broader themes in U.S. monetary policy, Federal Reserve decisions, and changes in international currency standards. Finally, we will close this video by providing a full collector's guide to the 1977 Eisenhower Dollar, complete with visuals, price charts, tips for identifying condition and strike characteristics, and interviews with numismatics experts who can offer insights into how and why this coin continues to grow in popularity for both beginner and advanced collectors. We will also compare it with other years in the Eisenhower series and discuss how completing a full set can be a rewarding pursuit for any coin enthusiast. So whether you are a long-time collector, a new hobbyist, or simply curious about the history of American money, this video on the 1977 Eisenhower $1 coin will give you a comprehensive look into one of the most interesting periods in modern U.S. coinage. Stay tuned only here on IKE Coins World, where every coin tells a story and every story adds value to your collection.